Marie from Pear Tree Paper Crafts. I'm here with a 12 by 12 layout for you today. I must say from the outset that this is a total scrap lift. It's a layout I saw on the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Instagram feed. Loved it, wanted to do one of my own, have been waiting to do it, so happy to share this with you today. So yeah, not my idea, but a beautiful layout nonetheless, and one that I still thought it was worth having a process video for. So what you've already seen me do so far is crop my photograph down from a 6x4 to a 4x4. It's in black and white, it's of my son at the beach. I've then taken that beautiful sheet of Cocoa Vanilla Studio Happiness Collection, the rainbow paper, and I have gutted it to take out the centre so I can use that on another layout. I've also taken a white sheet of cardstock and trimmed it down by about 1/4 inch on each side. I have then stuck it down and taken it away and used my sewing machine to sew around the edge of the white so that I could then lift up the edge of the white paper and distress it, tear it in various different places. The layout then consists of a heart made up of these butterflies, so a heart shape. So this is me now just playing with that heart shape and trying to figure out where I'm going to put all these different butterflies. Now there's lots of different ones on the sheets. If you've got the 6x8 pad and the 12x12, you've got different size butterflies. So you can see the small ones down the right hand side of my mat there, and the larger ones that I'm just placing. I felt that heart there just looked a little bit triangular. So then I started playing with adding the other little butterflies on, and then decided that actually it didn't really work. And I had too many butterflies on there. So in a moment you're going to see me just play with it again, take some of them off and actually turn them round so that it'll look like they're flying around the butterfly. Move it up a little bit on the page, try and centre it, and just try and get it in the right position. While I mull that over, the next thing I'm going to do is start matting my photograph, and I'm going to mat it in a, I don't want to say mixed media, but using different textures. So I'm going to use some white tissue paper, and I'm also going to use some white cheesecloth. Now if you're using cheesecloth, I tend to not just use it as it is. I don't just cut a piece out and stick it on the back. I tend to pull it apart a little bit and spread the threads, the fibres around, so that you have bumpy bits and straight bits and curvy bits. So I'm just going to mat my photograph now. I'm going to put it first of all onto the, let me have a look, yes I did, I put it on the cheesecloth first, and then I'm going to put that tissue paper behind it. So as you can see, that piece of cheesecloth, it's all kind of ragged about, and so there's bits sticking out, and I didn't want it to look perfect. I don't think it's meant to. And then I'm going to stick it onto the tissue paper, and I'll just trim that down ever so slightly because it's just a bit big on one side. That is the only problem when you do cheesecloth. You then can't trim the edge down awfully easily because you've got the cheesecloth sticking out the side. So anything that you do stick on underneath needs to be the right size before you do it. So now I'm just using the 6x8 paper pad to try and find a piece of paper that I want to map my photograph onto. Now I love that paper. I can't see me using it for anything else. Perhaps to back a cut file, but I thought it was perfect to back this photograph with because it's the right colours. It's got a variety of different colours on it. And you can just see bits of different colour then poking out from behind that photo to kind of line up a little bit with the rainbow. I didn't want to use the rainbow paper. I want to be able to use that on a different layout in the future. So there's me just matting that one up, and then what I'm going to do is put some adhesive foam on the back. This is single-sided adhesive foam, so I tend to stick it onto the photograph and then double-sided sticky it onto the layout itself. So then I decided to put that down, and I used my Tim Holtz ruler to line it up and make sure it's in the centre. My ruler, funny story behind my ruler, it's not actually straight. I was using it for quite a while. It has a lovely metal edge to cut with, cut alongside if you're using, say, a craft knife, but mine happens to be bent. And sort of has a wave shape to it, so it was absolutely useless for cutting lines. However, I still do like it for just measuring and getting the middle of my layout, because it has a 0 in the centre. So this is me just deciding, yep, these butterflies are going here. So all I'm doing now is placing a small amount of glue using my fine liner glue bottle. I saw that on someone else's process video as well. Fabulous little bottles. I've got the yellow lidded one, which gives out a slightly larger amount of glue than the blue lidded one, which gives out a very fine line. It's quite hard to squeeze the glue out of, but it's very good for cut files that are very fine, that you need to put a bit of glue on without any with glue puthering out the sides. So those two blue ones there, I have just put double-sided sticky on to stick them to the photograph. And now what I'm doing is I'm going round and I'm sticking a dimensional under the wings of the butterflies on the outside of the heart. I have only put wet glue on the middle part of the butterfly, on the butterfly's body, because I wanted to be able to give it some dimension by lifting up those wings. Happy with how that's worked so far. I'm now going to go through the ephemera, which I have in a little tray at the side of me. I'm trying here to match the colours. So the cluster at the top I want to be pinks, and the cluster at the bottom I want to be those dark blues and turquoise colours, to match in with the rainbow that's working its way up the background there. I've popped a little heart just behind the photograph. I'm just searching through the words here. I play quite a bit with the positioning of my title. I liked the word unique, I liked sweet, I liked thankful, but it didn't seem to quite fit with the layout. I didn't know whether to put it off to the side, put it in the centre, and in the end I decided on happy, because I just think that is the most perfect word, because he is just happy to be at the beach no matter what. So you can see there my embellishment clusters coming together. I've just got a couple of butterflies, a few flowers down in that bottom corner, a couple more hearts going up at the top of the photograph there, and I think in the end I just go with one single butterfly up in that top corner. I don't want too much going on to distract from the photograph. And then the last thing I do is I use my Nuvo drops. I happen to have gone a little bit crazy buying Nuvo drops, and I've bought lots and lots of different colours of them, rainbow coloured, orange, yellow, pink, and they happen to fit perfectly with this and all the different colours. So what I do with the Nuvo drops is I overlap them, so I have some pink and some orange crossing over, some orange and some yellow crossing over, and then into the green and then into the blue, and it just fills in those spaces. I think the original had something similar, but I think it might have been paint splatter, and I've just decided to use the Nuvo drops. So now I'm just adhering my title happy, and then a couple of last things that I do is just to add a few little sentiments and a couple of extra hearts to the layout. So the first sentiment I put one up near the hearts, near the photograph, and I put one at the bottom down there, happy little moments and sweet memories, and then I put one at the very top as well. Thank you guys for watching. It's been lovely spending some time with you. Happy scrapping, and here comes some close-ups. Bye.